You can easily get a wealth of information through our results screen and data exports. But sometimes the exports that you want are not delivered via out-of-box reporting. For example, we have testing results where you can dump out all of the raw results from a given testing session or group of testing sessions over a date range. But there may be a case where you want to customize the way that happens. This is done via the custom exports. On the right-hand side of the screen, you click that button. I have one that's already done, but we'll go through the process of creating a custom export. You click on New Export, and then you can name it. I want to name it something Sample Run Demo. And then I can create a description, and it gives me helpful information as to what I created. It might make more sense to put the test name or something like that. It is a globalized platform, so you can export this in different languages. We'll take English because that's the one I speak. You can privatize this so that only you see this custom export, or if you unclick that, anyone that has access to your client and can log into your client would see this as well. So if you want others to be able to run it, unclick the private setting. We have several data sources. They should be eye-readable and understandable as to what they mean. So assessments are the test results data. Batteries, if you're assembling multiple assessments into a given instance, those are batteries. If you want to see information about orders or specific order lines or consumption details, you can click on those as well. So if you're using this as an enterprising platform, or if you're using this as a selection and development platform, your data source would be different. I'm going to choose assessments, and then it tells me, well, which assessment name are you focused in on? And I'll just pick one, report examples. And if it has multiple report names, it will ask you which one you want to export. I'll go ahead and choose that particular report. And then step 2 will take me to what fields do you want to export. If those columns have been deleted over time, we'll allow you to show those, but in most cases you won't select that. So to get a little taste about what are in these fields, you can click on this information. Let's say I want the candidate email, first name, last name. I don't want their login ID. That makes no sense to me. I want their country. We allow for custom fields if those are created by the administrator. I might want to see what the admin login ID was who assigned this. Maybe I need a little more information, client ID and client name, assessment name. I'll just click on assessment name. I can do time completed. There are demographic options, and you can select the entire set of demographics if desired. I can unclick that. And then the scores is really where this becomes helpful. I have a handful of scores here, but some tests might have 200 scores, and you don't want your export muddied up with that. So all I really want here is the raw score. You can display item level results if desired, but I'm not interested in the item level results. And then there's some just metadata around it. What web browser did they take? Did they take it via a mobile device? And then I can go to step 3 once I've selected all the fields I want. This is where I can configure the order of my export. Do I want this to be first, this to be second, etc. So a lot of times this is skipped. You could customize the field name if you don't like our field name. I'm just going to hit save. I can create an export request, or I can create a schedule. Let's start with an export request. It's going to ask me, do you want when it was completed? So yes, when it was completed from 11/7 to 12/7. I'll go ahead and change these date constraints. Maybe go back a little bit further. To that date, I can select a group if I want. I can include subclients if I'm doing a multiple client structure. I confirm that request, and it tells me your export is being processed. If you want to get an update, click View Export Progress. Then it tells me I can download this file. I can go back to the listing, so I'll go ahead and download this. It'll export in CSV. I don't know if I have any data in this particular request. Looks like I do. I created got a raw score of 29, 23, and 19. I never used a mobile device. Here was the information. So that can be helpful. Another enhancement that we made, this refresh key. So these exports are running asynchronously, so they're running offline. They're running not in browser. So you can go back to this 2 hours from now if you have a large data request. I'm going to go back to the listing, and now we see we have the sample run and the report examples. I can now edit this. So this is a private report. I could schedule it. So let's say I wanted to run this based on time completed. I want to run it monthly. The start date is 1/1/2018, and this is a monthly run of data. I can have this actually run and create on a schedule. So it'll send that data to my reporting console every month. It doesn't send emails. It's not going to put that data in an email because that's not a super secure way to do things. But I can now go in and check this out every month and get my data. So the periodicity can change. I can view what's going on with requests. I can create exports. I can change the scheduling, archive, edit, all from the screen. So the custom exports are a way to get large amounts of data if desired, schedule that data, and customize what type of data I want to export. The custom data export is not available to everyone. It's part of an enhanced subscription. So if there's an interest, contact a rep to get access to this.